Are you satisfied with responses from SDTC and the department about how they are dealing with ineligible projects?
The organizations agreed with my recommendation, and I think I've been clear in the past about if there is any funding that has been given to an individual or organization that is ineligible, I would expect that the government will take action to recover that. And if they do not plan to do so, I would expect them to be clear and transparent with Canadians about why.
You're not fully satisfied.
Well, I haven't seen them take any action yet, but they've agreed with my recommendation, so it'll be time to see, time will tell how they implement the recommendation.
Yeah, thank you for that. Ms. Uri, in the last fiscal year, how much did SDTC board members and the chair receive in bonuses?
In the last fiscal year, board members don't receive bonuses. How
much did the CEO receive? How much did executive members receive in the way of bonuses?
This past fiscal year, no bonuses have been paid to executive team.
This is okay. In 2021, it was confirmed that the CEO received bonuses in the amount of $96,000. VPs received bonuses of $48,000. I'm talking about for each VP, and each board member. You said board members don't receive bonuses. They received $11,000 in bonuses. Each and every board member. We're talking about that's hundreds of thousands of dollars in bonuses. Can you confirm that bonuses were awarded on the basis of meeting funding goals? In other words, getting money out the door.
The performance, pay for performance framework that we follow at SDTC is linked to corporate performance, which starts with the corporate plan. And so objectives are set for the year within the corporate plan.
That would include getting money out the door, correct?
There are a number of initiatives, including
Simply asked,
supporting ecosystem.
I asked if that was one of the criteria, yes or no. And you know the answer to that, and the answer is yes, but I'm going to put it to you to put that on the record.
But yes, disbursements to companies that have been approved are one of the targets for the year.
That's right. And so what we have is $319 million that were funneled by board members to companies that they had an interest in, which violated the law, which were blatant conflicts of interest, outright corruption, so that they in turn could meet bonus eligibility criteria, so that, guess what, they could pad their pockets with even more money. Now, I would characterize that as an absolute racket. It is corruption on a scale that I don't know what it's comparable to. It makes the sponsorship scandal look small by comparison. And Ms. Uri, you signed off on the checks, right? You were Vice President of Finance at the time. You are now.
I wasn't Vice President of Finance at the time. I've been Vice President of Finance for about 18 months.
Were you You were CFO?
No, I was an employee of the organization.
In finance?
Some of the time in finance, yes.
I want to ask you about Cycle Capital. SDTC has funded Cycle Capital. It's received somewhere in the neighborhood of $200 million to Cycle Capital. This is a company that Minister Guilbeault is a major shareholder in. He had also worked as a lobbyist for Cycle Capital. It happens to be, the managing partner happens to be none other than Andre Lise.
I'll need a question, Mr. Cooper, please.
Marteau.
He's getting to it.
Do you think $17 million went out the door to Cycle Capital while Minister Guilbeault served in cabinet? Did anyone at SDTC think that maybe that wasn't a good idea? Maybe that might be problematic, that a company that the Minister of the Environment had an interest in was receiving $17 million in funding from SDTC?
All I can tell you regarding that is SDTC has never provided funding to Cycle Capital. It's not a company that SDTC provides funding to.
To its companies.
Gentlemen, that is the time. Thank you for that response. We'll come back to that.